Think Green, EVS Environmental Studies, Book of Class 5. I hope you have seen my previous videos of chapter 1 and 2. Now here we shall do chapter number 3 about plants. In this chapter plants, we shall study about different parts of a plant and their function. Different ways of reproduction in plants. Different parts of plant. Various ways of dispersal of seed. So parts of a plant, here we can see there are roots, that is under soil, stem, flower, fruit, bud and leaf. This you can see my previous video of parts of plant that I have already uploaded. Now there are roots. Roots are of two types. One is taproot, another is fibrous root. Roots are found under soil. Roots absorb the nutrients and water from the soil and transport them to the other parts and plant through stem. Can you imagine your life without plants? No, because plants give us oxygen. That is the main thing for our survival. The other thing is plants give us food. That is also need of our survival. Without both the things we cannot live. So plants provide us with food, oxygen, which is necessary for the survival of human beings and animals. There are many different kinds of plants like trees, herbs and shrubs. Roots, fibrous root, taproot. Taproot is single one like carrot, radish. These are taproots. And taproot is a thick, main straight root of a point attached to the stem. It has smaller roots growing out from its side, like carrot, beetroot, turnip, etc. They grow downward in the ground, that is why we have to pull out carrot, radish from the ground. Next is fibrous root. It has many roots of the same size and break off into small lateral roots. Like plants like onion, grass, etc. have fibrous roots. इसमें hairy like fibers are there. You can see many. It is not a one root like one strong root like carrot and radish. They are able to hold the soil tightly and the root do not go deep under the ground. Functions of root. Number 1, roots attach the plant to the ground. Yes, hold it. Hold the soil. Roots absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Roots hold the soil, means they hold the soil to stop soil erosion. And what is soil erosion? Soil erosion is washing away of soil is called soil erosion. Next is roots store food like minerals and water. And these food is known as carrot and radish. Next is our stem. Stem is a part of plant that grows above the ground. It supports the upper part of the plant. Functions of stem. Stem support the plant above the ground. It bears branches, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. It transports water and minerals from the root to the other parts of the plant. It is transported food prepared by the leaves to different parts of the plant. Some stems store food such as sugarcane, potato, etc. Potato is an underground stem. Classification of plant that we have studied in our previous classes also, like herbs. Green soft stem plants are called herbs. Example are rosemary, parsley and mint. Climbers that need support to grow, that need support to stay upright, like money plant and grapevine. You can see in your garden also. Creepers that spread on the ground because they have two weak stems like pumpkin and watermelon. Shrubs are very small in size. They have hard and woody stem but not like trees, like rose and jasmine. Next is trees. Trees are tall, strong and woody stem like apple tree, cherry tree, many more trees. This you can experience in your garden or in your garden. You can go for nature walk to experience different type of plants, different parts of plants. Okay, now here we go with leaves. Leaves you have seen. There are many parts of leaf. Mid vein, side vein, lamina, midrib. Each part does the work. This is called food factory. Each you may have experienced if you go for nature walk, you will see that all the leaves have different colors. All the leaves have different size and shape. And experience that the flat surface of a leaf is called leaf blade and lamina. It has veins on it. Each leaf has one main vein and many side veins. Veins help in transportation of water, minerals and food that is prepared by the leaf. The outer surface of leaf has a waxy coating that protects the leaf. Functions of leaf. Food is prepared in the leaves by the process of photosynthesis. Leaves give out oxygen produced in the process of photosynthesis through tiny pores on its surface called stomata. Some leaves store food such as mint, cabbage and spinach. You can see that process of photosynthesis. You can make a model also of this. Leaves are also called kitchen of a plant because they make their own food. Most of the leaves are green in color. This is due to presence of a green substance called the chlorophyll. This is very important to know about chlorophyll, stomata, photosynthesis. Due to the presence of chlorophyll, green plants can produce their own food in the presence of sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. The process by which green plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, water, carbon dioxide is called photosynthesis. Remember this, what is photosynthesis, what is chlorophyll, what is stomata. Very important. The roots absorb water from the soil and the stem carries it to the leaves. When light falls on the leaves, it is absorbed by the chlorophyll present in it. Then through stomata, the leaves take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. This is how green plants produce their own food. Flowers are most attractive part of the plant. Very colorful, have fragrance. Bear fruit also after that. The center of flower has a nectar in it and attracts insects. It is protected by the petal of a flower. Petals of a flower. There are parts of a flower: sepal, stamen, carpel, style, stigma and ovary. You must have seen my previous video also, parts of a flower. You can watch this, parts of a flower. This experiment also is done, dissection of flower. Stamen, anther, filament, petal, stigma, style, ovary, carpel and sepal. You can read the detail from here. You can see here. Next is pollination. Insects like butterfly, honeybees and moths are attracted to the color and the smell of the flower. When they sit on the flower to suck the sweet nectar, pollen grains stick on their body. They carry these pollen grains on their body, and when they visit another flower for taking the nectar, the pollen grains stuck to the body are left on the stigma of new flower. This process of transferring of pollen from one flower to another is called pollination. There are two types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. The pollen grains enter the ovary through our style. Here they fuse to form seeds. This process is called fertilization. The ovary swells and becomes fleshy. The seed now develops into a fruit. As the fruit ripens, the petals dry up. Honeybee workers must visit 2 million flowers to make 1 pound of honey. Next is seed. Every plant has seed. Seeds are inside the fruit. Some seeds are big, some seeds are small, and only mango has one seed, and many of the fruits have many seeds. Only mango has one seed. Now, to understand the structure of a seed, soak some rajma seeds or any seed overnight. In the morning you will see that the seeds are swollen and soft. Now break the seeds into 2 halves. Have a look what happens. The thick outer covering which protects the seed is called the seed coat. Inside the seed there is an embryo or the baby plant. There is a hole on the seed coat which allows water to enter the seed. When we remove the seed coat, we can see that there is seed leaves known as cotyledons. These leaves store food in the for the embryo. Some seeds may have 2 cotyledons and some may have 1. You can see in this structure of seed. Germination of seed. The process by which a seed grows into a baby plant is called germination. For germination, a seed needs air, water, and right temperature. The process takes place in this manner. A seed is sown in the soil as you plant the tree. Keep moist by regular watering. Then seeds absorb water from the hole on it. It starts to swell and soften. The seedling breaks into seed coat and comes out of the seed. Till the root grows well, the seedling obtains its food from cotyledons. Later it obtains the water, etc. food from the soil. The seedling develops root and shoot. The seedling later develops leaves and branches and finally grows a plant. This you can do the activity at home also by taking a seed and soak it, leave it for some days. You will see that there is a baby plant coming out from it. Same as when you will plant a seed, you will find that firstly it is seed, some embryo is open, it's trying to open, then the baby plant come out, and then after it turns into a big plant. You can do this activity and see my next video for the same. Next video of germination of seed. Dispersal of seed means seeds are dispersed here and there through air or by our sometimes the seeds are fallen down on the earth by mistake from us. Sometimes we throw the seed, as after eating mangoes we throw the seeds, and where does it fall down and where it gets the moisture and it grows. The seeds are dispersed on their own sometimes. Sometimes the seeds are blown by the air. And sometimes as the insects sit on that, or some insects or animals like rats etc. carry some seeds from one place to another, then the seed get moist and it is germinated. So seeds is dispersed by the air, by the water also it is blown away when it rains or water is spread on that. it is blown away, and now the other place it takes in the form of a plant, it germinates. So there are many agents of seed dispersal like wind, water, animals and explosion. Scattering and spreading of seeds far and wide here and there from one place to another is called dispersal of seed. And this process happens because of wind, water, animals and explosion. For example, wind is blown away. Some seeds are very light. Okay, these seeds have fine hair and wings due to which they have carried away by the wind. Example, seeds of dandelion, cotton, maple, etc. Some seeds are dispersed by water as rain comes or water is spread. Like seeds of lily, coconut and lotus are dispersed by water. As these are found near water, these seeds are carried away by water to far off places. Animals and birds eat fruit. They take away their fruits or food also in their beak, like birds, pigeons, etc. Some seeds are fallen down on the way. That means they have dispersed the seed, and if the seed gets the moisture, it will grow into a new plant. They grow into a new plant like mango, cherry, papaya. Seeds also come out of the dropping of animals and birds and fall on the ground. Seeds of guava and berries are dispersed in this way. Some seeds get stuck to animal fur and thus are carried new place. Some explosion. Fruits of peas, balsam and touch-me-not burst open and explode. When they are dry, the seed get scattered away from the plant. Next is vegetative propagation. Some plants multiply with the help of roots, stem, leaves and spores. This is known as vegetative propagation. You can see this in the picture also. Stem cutting. New plants can be sown by cutting the stem of a plant, planting it into moist soil. The stem of a rose plant, money plant grow in this way. We take the stem or cut the stem from the plant and grow. It can be grown at another place. Roots. Carrot, radish and sweet potato are plants whose roots grow into new plants. You might have seen in the potatoes there are white eyes when this becomes old. Many days potatoes are kept at home, then white portion appears on that is called eyes, and that is the only thing that turns into the new plant. Leaves. Bryophyllum grow into new plants by their leaves. When the leaves fall on the moist ground and get enough nutrients, they start to grow. Now there were keywords like soil erosion, washing away of the soil, photosynthesis, I discussed to you that time also, process by which green plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. Next is stamen, male reproductive part of a plant. Fourth is carpel, female reproductive part of a plant. You need to remember these words. Number 5 is pollination, process of transferring of pollen grains from male to female reproductive part of a plant. Now points to remember. In the whole chapter, what are the points that we need to focus on? First thing is, plants are also known as the producers of food. They give us with oxygen, they provide us with oxygen and food. Main parts of the plant are root, stem, leaves, flower, fruit, seeds, etc. The root of the plant absorbs water that you can experience and minerals from the soil. You cannot see but you can understand. Holds the soil together, yes, this you can see. And in some cases stores food in its roots. Then the root becomes big like taproot, like carrot and radish. There are two types of roots, taproot and fibrous root. A stem of a plant supports it. It carries water and nutrients from the root to the leaves. The leaves are also known as the kitchen of the plant, as they produce their own food. Flowers are most attractive part of plant, and parts of a flower are sepal, petal, stamen, style, stigma and ovary. Flowers reproduce by pollination. There are two types of pollination, self-pollination and other is cross-pollination. When the seed grows into a baby plant with the help of air, water and right temperature, it is called germination of seeds. Mostly questions may be asked from the keywords and things to remember. So you need to learn all these. Spreading of seeds with the help of wind, water, explosion and animals is called dispersal of seeds. Multiplying of plants with the stem, roots and leaves is known as vegetative propagation. Now here are some exercises also that you can try out. Take the correct answer. 4 options are there. 1 is correct. You need to find that out, true and false. That will help you to evaluate yourself. Measure following, short answers, long answers, etc. are the main part of it. Here, high order thinking skill. Question is here. What would happen if there are no plants on earth? You can imagine that where you will get the food from, where you will get the oxygen from, and where you get the vegetables from, where you will get the shelter, how you will get the food. There are so many things that this is open-ended question. You are free to write whatever you feel like. Life skill, make a poster to bring awareness about conservation of plants. Yes, this is very important. We need to conserve the plants. Now there is an activity to prove activity. In this activity we are seeing that how to grow a plant, the process of photosynthesis, the process of the seed turning into a plant, parts of a flower, parts of a tree. There are many activities that you can experience on your own. Thank you children. Have a nice time. Please like, subscribe my video for the next upcoming videos. I hope you might have liked my previous videos also. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice time.